This is 5 Minutes to Change Your Life. My name is Joanne Mallon. I'm an author and coach. I love helping people make wee changes that make a massive difference in their lives. Give me 5 minutes of your time today. Just might change your life. Hey, what about you? Today we're talking about something that I think often gets overlooked, and that is emotional self-care. Because we take care of our physical health, we take care of our mental health, but how about your emotional health? What do you do for that? That is what we're thinking about today. Simple, real ways to check in on yourself emotionally, even if you only have a few wee minutes to play with. Okay, so let's start with an emotional check in. And in this, we're not fixing, we're not judging, we're just noticing. And this is a very simple thing to do, but it's incredibly powerful. I want you to ask yourself how you actually feel right now. What are you feeling? And then just sit with whatever that brings up for a minute or so. And, this isn't what you think you should feel or what other people might expect of you, but just what is honestly true for you right now. Try to name that emotion as specifically as you can. So, say you're feeling stressed. Well, stressed is kind of broad, so maybe try and dig in as to what's really going on there. Is it that you feel overwhelmed or lonely or bored or frustrated? I've mentioned this before, but I think it bears repeating that research has shown that naming emotions can actually reduce their intensity because it helps your brain to process what's going on instead of just avoiding it and skirting around it. Okay? Name it to tame it, in other words. So now that we've named what we're feeling, next we're going to have a quick wee brain dump. So get out a notebook or your phone and just for the next 2 or 3 minutes, maybe after you finish listening, write down whatever's on your mind. You don't need any structure or grammar or perfect sentences. Sounds just like one of the first drafts of my books. Just let it out. This is a helpful thing to do because your thoughts will then stop looping once they're externalized. It's like you're taking all that mental clutter and you're putting it somewhere safe. And the important part of this is you never have to reread this guff that you're writing, this brain dump. This exercise is not about creating something, it's about releasing something. Do you see the difference? And when we feel overwhelmed, our inner voice, that inner critic, it can become very, very harsh. So, as a quick reset, I want you to talk to yourself like you would to a close friend. So, just think about something that you're struggling with and then ask yourself, what would I say to someone I care about in this situation? And maybe the answer to that is that it's okay to feel like this and you're doing the best you can. And this moment doesn't define you. You are more than this feeling right now. Can feel a wee bit strange doing this at first, but it will shift your emotional state for the better pretty much instantly. And remember also that emotions don't just live in the mind, they live in the body too, which is why often the fastest way to shift how you feel is to move. So you can try something like taking 10 deep breaths while stretching your arms up above your head, or you could shake out the tension in your shoulders, or you could just go for a quick wee walk, even if it's just around the room that you're in right now. Again, remember, you're not trying to fix anything. You are just signaling to your body that it is safe to relax. Finally, I want you to give yourself one small moment of comfort, a treat, a physical treat that'll last a way lot longer than a chocolate bar. I'm talking about things like listening to your favourite song or dancing to your favourite song or holding a warm drink or stepping outside for the fresh air, or even just placing your hand on your chest and taking a few slow breaths. The goal here is not to escape your emotions, it's to support yourself through them. Because even a very small act of care can remind you that you're allowed to pause and that you are safe. That's what our brains want and really want to be safe. Emotional self care like this doesn't have to be time consuming or complicated, because even if you only have a couple of minutes, you can check in with yourself, you can release tension, and you can start to treat yourself with a wee bit more kindness. And these small moments, they all add up. So please do give yourself the gift of at least one of them today. Thank you for spending these moments with me right now. I'm glad I spent it with you. If this episode resonates with you, maybe you could share it or leave a rating or review, or you can always support the podcast via a donation in the Ko-fi jar. I will talk to you again soon, so take really good care of yourself. Bye.